Meanwhile, the Valentines Day premiere train of the eponymous biopic of the reggae music legend Bob Marley also made a stop in Lagos, southwest Nigeria, where movie buffs turned up to be in the list of the first to watch the movie. Details from that premiere in this next report.
Was made strong by the hands of the Almighty. We forward in this generation.
Bob Marley's influence in music cuts across genres, region, color, and time. And that is why almost 45 years after the release of his redemption song, its message still rings very loudly.
'Cause all I
This is the Nigerian premiere of Bob Marley One Love, a biopic to the legendary reggae music icon. The guest, obvious fans of the late singer, bask in the local band's best impression of Bob Marley and the Wailers, as they wait to be the first set of people to watch the life and times of Bob Marley over 4 decades after he passed.
Bob Marley's influence will overstand the test of time. Like Bob Marley, I would die and become crude oil, and Bob Marley's music would still be relevant. His message would still be relevant. Bob Marley's image is one of the most reprinted images of all time. Right after Jesus and Che Guevara, his image is one of the most reprinted. So that tells you that he's an individual who has transcended time and space, right? And I feel like this is what any individual should aspire to. If you're a philosophical thinker, if you're a thespian, if you are an intellectual property individual, these are the type of legacies one must be building. I mean, it's good to have money in the bank, but this is bigger than money now. This is generations after this man has passed on. We are still encouraging, other people to take up, bits and pieces of him. His music has affected millions of Nigerians. People like Pato Rankins, the Charlie Poppies, all of these, Oris Willie Keys, the Raskimonos, all of these guys jumped onto reggae because of the things that Bob Marley stood for. They wanted to align with that. So I think this is a good opportunity, and it's a good feeling, a generally good feeling.
Won't you help to sing these songs of freedom? 'Cause all I ever have, redemption songs.
When you write that?
All my life.
Wow, I think I know every word to every Bob Marley song. My parents are from Jamaica, and that's all I ended listening to when I was little, so big fan.
I think it's so much more opportunities now that we're telling Bob Marley's story. I think a lot of Nigerians, a lot of Africans can now see this and say, okay, we have artists like Bob Marley in Africa, in Nigeria, we can tell the story also. This is huge. If you're a music fan, it doesn't matter where you're from. Bob Marley is universal. It's for everybody. So it's our own story. It's like a personal story for us.
Revolutionary side of him. I think the way that he really focused on, Africa. Jamaicans are very proud of our African roots and our history. And I think that's important to see, especially here in Nigeria, to connect us around the world as Africans. So just that connectivity.
It's a hit. Reggae is the people music.
You know you're a superstar.
I am a superstar.
Bob Marley One Love celebrates the life and music of an icon who inspired generations through his message of love and unity. On the big screen, for the first time, discover Bob's powerful story of overcoming adversity and the journey behind his revolutionary music. Produced in partnership with the Marley family and starring Kingsley Ben Adair as the legendary musician and Lashana Lynch as his wife Rita. Many industry watchers hope this could open up Nigeria's Nollywood to the biopic genre, which is generally overlooked at the box office.
It's a genre that not a lot of people are interested in, but coming to a legend like Bob Marley is going to be a kind of change that we're looking out for, because we've been getting a lot of inquiries as to when is this movie coming to the screens. So for me, this is going to change that narrative, because not a lot of people love biography. So, but now in this legend Bob Marley, I believe it's going to change the narrative, because a lot of people have been inquiring, and tomorrow is Valentine. The movie hits the screens across the country worldwide tomorrow, and we are looking out to a massive turnout. Why? Because this legend preaches a lot about love, one love. So, and tomorrow we celebrate love. Also, because of his personality as a legend, we believe that he will change that story about people getting to love movies with biography genre.
The war going on. Oh, I can't bring peace. I can't even get peace for myself.
Rise up this morning, smile with the rising sun. Really bird, it's by my doorstep.
Sometimes the messenger has to become the message.
Like, this is the kind of movie that opens the doors of intellectual minds. It gives them more ideas that, look, if we could tell a story of an individual who has such, a very easy background like Bob Marley, then we can look deep into our own ends and begin to tell stories of some of our greats. I mean, Padura King did a song, Celebrate Me While I'm Still Alive, right? We have so many Nigerian heroes that are still alive that we can tell their stories. We have so many Nigerian heroes who have passed away as well, that their stories are yet to be told. And I'm afraid that when those stories are being told, we might not have the entire picture, or fragments of it might be missing. So while people are still alive, we need to start to chronicle, create biographies, and so on and so forth. So we have a proper manuscript to tell these stories. And I'm sure when these stories are being retold, they will be thoroughly appreciated.
Guns can stop this message.
Bob Marley One Love premiered at the Carib 5 in Kingston, Jamaica on January 23, 2024 and was released in the United States by Paramount Pictures on February 14, 2024.